Walter Patton, the creator of Ghetto Therapy. We're in Cleveland, Ohio, King Kennedy Projects. This is where Arthur Keith was gunned down, November 13th, Officer James Griffith. Getting ready to take you inside of the Boys and Girls Club, where Arthur Keith spent his entire life at. We're gonna talk to his sister, Shani, and we're gonna talk to licensed therapist, Billy. Welcome to King Kennedy.
Tonight, the family of a 19-year-old shot and killed by Cleveland Public Housing Police continues to fight a grand jury's decision not to charge the officer. Today, an emotional protest outside the Cleveland Metropolitan Housing Authority.
Agony painted into words.
My family, we lost, we confused.
I want justice for my son.
Arthur Keith's family holding out and fighting for justice for the 19-year-old. Wednesday, Ohio Attorney General Dave Yost announced a Cuyahoga County grand jury decided the officer won't be facing any charges, citing that he acted reasonably.
We cry every day, but you and your family live your best life.
The justice system is so jacked up that y'all slap these cops on the wrist.
Today's rally serving as more than a call for justice.
I asked y'all.
Don't get justice for you, though. Just know that, bro. We love you, too.
The attorney also told us it's up to the prosecutor's office to determine if the case will be reopened. There has not been any confirmation that will happen. After Wednesday's ruling, CMHA officials released a statement that in part said it was discussing the officer's future within the organization. I reached out for an update today, but have not heard back. Lena.
All right, thanks so much.
Life at the altar.
Someone asked me, what my concept of police brutality on the community, and I want to kind of start off with kind of explaining it like how we are with our parents. We typically believe our parents are there to protect us. They're going to make sure that we're okay. They're going to make sure that we're safe, right? We don't have any expectation that we're going to be abused by them. But that actually should be the same way we see police, right? We should be able to encounter them. We should be able to walk up to them. We should not have to live in this crazy paradox where those who are designed to protect and serve us are also those are the ones who are consistently under the threat of potentially killing us at the same time, right? And then keep in mind, our neighborhoods are over-policed. So not only do we have to be concerned with them potentially hurting us or killing us, we have to consistently see that threat around us all the time. So we live in a constant state of anxiety. We've gotten to the point where we see it so often, it's become normal and standard that that's what's going to be the outcome. On top of that, we've gotten acclimated to police getting off, right? Or getting paid while on leave, or nothing happening to them. So it further keeps the oppression sitting on us that we don't have any value. There's another thing that tends to happen when I see these stories happen on the news. We're always looking for a resume on why a person should have been able to live, right? So we'll say stuff like, oh, he was captain of the football team, or he got good grades, or he gave money to the poor. I don't really care what anybody did. I don't care if he was selling weed yesterday. He still didn't deserve to die today. We ask for justification on why that person should be allowed to live. And that's not something we should have to consistently live under. We shouldn't have to live like that consistently. So there's this so if we're talking about constant state of anxiety and depression, think about what that does to the body. So now we have this emotional space that's impacting our actual physical space. And we have high blood pressure that runs rapid in our communities. We have depression that runs rapid in our communities. We have diabetes that runs rapid in our communities. And so systemic racism situation of food deserts, right? And poor medical and subpar medical care. It's also the fact that we have to live under the constant threat. So imagine living like a fugitive in your own home, like you're afraid to get caught somewhere you don't belong, but you actually live there, and that's the emotional space that we're constantly living in. So anxiety becomes the norm for our community. And that's one of the major reasons why our blood pressure is so high. We should not have to live under the threat of constant fear of death.
And you telling me CMHA police officers need to use deadly force when dealing with people in our community? No!
Family is outraged, saying they were promised a thorough investigation, but that's not what they got. We've had witnesses that were eyewitnesses, literally there on the scene within 20 feet of the incident, and those witnesses were not interviewed.
One of those witnesses attended today's protest. He says he saw Officer James Griffith shoot Keith as Keith ran away and confirms he was never contacted by police.
What was that transparency? How can you have a full picture if you don't choose to view the full picture?
Attorney General Yost says the no bill doesn't diminish the gravity of Keith's shooting.
That doesn't mean it was right. It doesn't mean that it was just. It doesn't mean that it was morally good. It certainly does not mean that that death was not a tragedy.
Turn the woman against the man so she doesn't need him. For if the family is together, then they're much stronger. Put them in cages, but tell them that this is really freedom. Keep them in prisons we privately own, though it's not commonly known. Secretly wealthy and grown. No, we could breed fear, make our cut, then let them bleed.
I'm Shantarita Shani. Everybody knows me as Shani. I am the oldest and only sister of 19-year-old Arthur Keith, who was shot and killed November 13th, 2020. He was shot 4 times in his back by a CMHA police officer. Like, it was never a dull moment with Art. We used to just be laughing. Here come Art. Gotta have the jokes, gotta have this, he was just a fun person to be around. Like, he had his times but when it was time for us to come together, it was time for us to sit down and laugh with each other, eat, cook, do similar things. That's what we did. Like, my brother was, what I can say, the sport, what will he be, a sport analyst? I thought he was going to be a sport analyst. The way he was, he played every sport. If it was inside the Boys and Girls Club, outside the Boys and Girls Club, you couldn't tell Arthur nothing about sports. Like, my brother didn't deserve what happened to him at all. Like,
parents, right? When we're growing up, we are always under the assumption that parents will take care of us, they will keep us safe, they will make sure that we have food, shelter, clothing, but most of all, the basic fundamental need of humans is safety, right? But if we take that concept and think about the police's job is also to secure. The police's job is also to keep us safe, to keep a community safe, not just the concept of enforcement. But if you have a parent that's abusive, you're constantly looking at them through a lens of, is this person going to hurt me or is this person going to hug me? And you're not sure which bag that parent's going to come out of. But that's the same concept with police in our community. We have no idea what bag they're going to come out of. We're also living with a constant flow of anxiety, constant flow. And so that constant flow breeds and manifests into other physical manifestations such as diabetes. It exacerbates high blood pressure. It adds to the severity of the illness background, but we've learned where to place our hands. We've learned to look straight ahead. We've learned to keep a soft demeanor and not appear threatening. And we can't question them. Don't dare do that, because that could cost you your life today. It doesn't matter whether or not this person had a clean background or a not clean background. No one deserves to die at the hand of sanctioned killing from a police officer. So think what that's like if you're living under the constant threat of potential death. That's going to make our communities ill, and not just ill, like I said, in a psychological, emotional space. It makes us ill physically.
When last time you been right here?
Last time I've been down here, yep, and that was like 2021.
whenever you in King Kennedy, right, when you know, you grew up here, you know, you was born and raised through here.
Yeah.
But whenever you see the police, CMHA, Cleveland police, or whoever, law enforcement ride through here, how does that make you feel?
Yeah, so when I see them now, I still got that old shit feeling. Like, I get a little nervous. Even though I ain't doing it, I guess it's that little kid, it come right back out of me now. So when I see the police now, yeah, I still get that same little feeling from when I was 13, 14. Even I was over here trying to, you feel me, kicking it, trying to be a kid, they hop out on you. I'm in the pound, I'm on case, anywhere, you feel me, they hop out on you, and they do some, basically some police brutality shit too. Slam you on the car, bend the nigga arm, I'm down there breaking the nigga. I'm 13, 14, I'm a kid, you feel me? So to answer your question, I guess it's just, a nigga still like way traumatized by that. So when I see him, it's definitely a nervous, oh shit feeling.
So I'm 35 years old. Mm-hmm. I've been down here 35 my entire life. You've been down here your entire life.
Yeah.
And I haven't, you know, like I never heard of a police killing somebody in our community.
Yeah.
Up until now. So it's like, how did that make you feel when you heard about Arthur being killed by the police? Like, did that make you feel any different?
When they were talking about the Mike Browns and the, you know, and all that, Tamir Rice and all that, when it happened to Arthur, it's like that shit was it hit home. The other, all the, you know, everything else was said, but that shit was just, it was home. So it was different. It was like, damn. It's been we don't trust them. It ain't because of the songs or nothing. They gave us reason not to trust them. We weren't trying to be cool saying fuck the police. We weren't trying to be cool saying we ain't fucking with the police. We weren't trying to be cool saying that. They gave us the reason. They made us say fuck the police. Cause they don't trust us. They scared of us. They can't do their job because they scared of us. You feel me? So yeah, like that shit happened with Arthur. That shit was crazy. That shit hit home. That shit home. So yeah, it was a crazy, sad ass feeling. Then he didn't get the justice he deserved. So that made it even more sad on top of that.
So I appreciate that.
For the benefit of whites and to the detriment of blacks. And when a black man stands up talking about his constitutional rights, he's out of his mind.
I ask myself how you deal with this. White folks getting mad, they see us kneeling, not them killing us. How real is this? Can't stand it when you standing on your own too, acting like they own you. Francis Scott Key owned slaves and Jerry Jones too. Ain't shit changed, man. They on the same thing. The government and 12 still the biggest gangs, man. Can't be peaceful cause you see what being peaceful do. Want me to be like Dr. King, but shit, y'all killed him too. Ronald Reagan gave crack back in the 80s, turned black babies to projects, from projects, process, niggas straight to jail, but call it progress. Take all the beasts that we defeat, whitewash, rinse, repeat. See the lawless make the law, so all the fallen take the fall. They see your backs against the wall, my back black is filled with scars.
Life after Arthur was tough. I ain't gonna lie, it's so tough. The officer that killed my brother just going on about his life. Meanwhile, we just still every day, like I said, waking up and fighting.
We might. Am I good enough? So you love me and hate me at the same time, but you can't do both. We can't do both. What? Niggas still 3 fish. You still everything I got. Is it good enough? No. It's okay.